Welcome everyone to episode 17 of Game Scoop Thursdays. We are calling this episode The Road to Come, and it is good to be back. I am Alex O'Connor, and joining me here today is Jeremy Jones.
Hi there.
And also joining us is Terence Thompson.
Good to be back.
Jamie Dodd.
Yeah.
And the long-awaited return of Jordan Hensley.
Hey, what's up?
So, with this episode, one of you will be winning Assassin's Creed Unity, as that will be given out at some random point in time during the podcast.
Tell them it's for Xbox One.
And it's for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
And on this episode, since it is the road to come, we will be talking about games that have been rumored to be coming out in 2015, but that we suspect will have a full 2016 release date. The games that we are excited for in 2015, and we each created a to-do list in the world of gaming for 2015. So that is what we will be talking about on this show. And just to get things out of the way, just some general housekeeping here. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, you can email us at feedback@gamescoopthursdays.com. If you experience any problems with the website, you can email support@gamescoopthursdays.com. You can also follow us on Twitter @GameScoopThurs, that's GameScoopThurs, and you can search us out on Facebook. So, let's talk about a little bit of what we've been playing. Jamie, what have you been doing?
I've actually been playing a lot of Minecraft recently. I know it's dumb, and it's kind of a time waster game, but I've been actually trying to get all the trophies for it, and it's actually pretty hard.
Weren't you talking to the other Jeremy that we know about, I think, like Red Bricks or something like that?
Red Brick?
I don't know, it was something red. It was involving red.
Oh, Redstone?
That one, yes.
Yeah.
You can tell he's never played Minecraft.
Only for...
Yeah,
only,
you can.
only
Shots
Redstone's
fired.
actually a really complicated thing.
Shots fired.
Was it like red brick or something? Oh god.
brick, stone, close enough.
Okay, think
Hold
of
on.
redstone as electricity, pretty much. Like, you lay down a line of redstone and it powers whatever you put it to. It's pretty much what it is.
Redstone circuits are what they use to create incredibly complex logic systems in Minecraft because they can redstone and redstone torches can emulate binary systems because they can be on or off. So you can create pretty much whatever you want using redstone. It's actually kind of cool that they had something with that much flexibility in Minecraft.
So basically, it's made out of the inside of Mario's hat.
Yes, Terrence. Yes, it is.
Just a complete random Minecraft story. I joined my friends one time as they were in a world that they were building, and there was this giant, like, black building that was, it was huge. I was like, hey, what's this? And they're like, it's a quarantine zone. I'm like, okay, what's a quarantine?
Oh.
And there was, like, some, like, evil creature inside. And they're like, just don't break anything on the walls. And I was like, hey, no, it'd be cool if you guys made, like, a biohazard sign on top of it. So they made it, like, it's all, like, glowing biohazard and whatnot. Anyway, Jordan, what have you been playing recently?
Well, I've been going back and forth between Skyrim, trying to achieve my goals. Been playing some Far Cry 4, Dragon Age Inquisition, Minecraft as well. And that's pretty much it. Trying to play Destiny, but that's kind of hard to do right now.
Yeah, Destiny's up and running at the moment. I played it a little while ago. It's up and running fine.
Yeah, I was actually going through the Dark Below for the first time yesterday.
Yeah,
So here's
I
the
finished up.
question.
I finished up all the stuff for that. Well, not all of it, most of it.
So
Yeah,
here's the question.
Are you
Is it
actually
still
liking
easy?
Far Cry?
I am actually. I went into the game suspecting it to be Far Cry 3 from some reviews of other people, and I was like, heck yeah, I want to play Far Cry 3 again. And I realized it wasn't installed on my computer, so I went on Ball 4, and it's been great since I've been playing it.
I'm proud of you.
I didn't hang around though at the beginning for that guy. He was like, "I'll be right back." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, apparently if you hang around and you like beat the game, it gives you the achievement for beating it too.
Yeah,
I
just
know.
when Pagan
Keep
Man's like,
telling me that.
I'll be back in like 15 minutes. Just wait there and you
And I
you
was
win.
so mad. I wanted to go watch the guy get tortured, and then like I came back or I tried to come back, but the door was like shut, and I was like, I just opened this door like 3 seconds ago. Come on.
It was the
Let me go back. He was going to tell me something.
Someone came in and locked the door behind you.
They totally did. It was really rude. So since then, I've just been becoming an awesome mass murderer of animal critters. And
yep. That's something else I've been playing too. I've been switching between Far Cry and Minecraft. And Far Cry is pretty good so far.
I always feel really bad, though, when I hunt a tiger down and skin it. I'm like, God, PETA would sue me if they could see this right now.
Speaking of Minecraft and animals, you guys need to go watch the Rooster Teeth animated adventure. I think it's called The One in the Hole, because they were all playing Minecraft, and one guy trapped a cow in a pit that he dug in his house and put glass over it, and he named it Edgar. One guy went in, freed the cow, and at the end of their let's play, he had retrapped Edgar, the exact same cow.
How did he know it was the exact same cow? Because they all look the same.
That's what they kept asking, and he just kept telling them it's Edgar. So we just all just believe it's the same exact.
Just accept it.
Just accept it.
Exactly.
So Jeremy, what have you been playing recently?
Let's see. Like I said, I did get through the Dark Below's main stories. Getting through the quest still on there, so Destiny is on the list. Been playing some Sunset Overdrive as well. I picked that up for Xbox One over the holidays.
Nice.
Been playing a lot of FTL. I don't know if anyone else has ever played FTL on the PC.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
It is a very, very addicting game. Like, it's really easy to play, but incredibly hard to actually beat and perfect. And that's the kind of game that's going to keep me at it until I get it just right. So, those and Space Engineers on and off still. So,
all right, Terrence, how about you?
All right, so I have finally beat Grand Theft Auto 5. That was like a goal I've been trying to just get over for like the past year. I keep on trying to kill everything else instead of doing the mission. So I finally got done with Grand Theft Auto 5. And I'm playing through Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess again for absolutely no reason. But the GameCube version this time, and I'm just chipping away at that as time goes on.
Well, I've been playing some Destiny. I've been playing a lot of Halo, actually, recently. Gave Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes a chance, and that was actually a good 13 minutes of gameplay. I'm not going to lie, that's
accurate.
It was
actually accurate.
It was actually really good. I was expecting... I'd never played a Metal Gear game before, so I didn't know exactly what I was expecting.
Wait, you never played a Metal Gear game before?
Nope.
Whoa, yeah, I'm kind of confused by this.
Whoa, not even Solid? Are you serious?
Yeah, I didn't play any Metal Gear before that one.
Metal Gear Solid was like the shit back when the first PlayStation was out. Metal Gear Solid was amazing.
That game.
Original copy if you want to borrow it, my brother.
Dude, Metal Gear Solid gave me some serious feels. Does anyone else remember Sniper Wolf?
Yes.
Oh my god. Sniper Wolf, and I even felt bad for freaking Psycho Mantis.
Yeah, Psycho Mantis.
I felt so bad for him.
I mean, after I defeated him, I felt bad for him. But
no, while he was there, I hated him. But afterwards, that is actually kind of sad.
And that's how you know you do a game story correctly,
right?
And factor in other characters. When you hate that they're gone.
Sorry, I said, the fight with Sniper. Vulcan, I didn't really care about him, but Sniper Wolf, I felt so bad at the end with that scene with the handkerchief and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I had to stop. I'm and then it said insert disc 3. I'm like, there's what? I have to keep going. I don't want to keep going.
That's like Final Fantasy VII after
Final Fantasy VII. Don't do that to me. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. That was God. No. Red 13 when he goes up to his dad at Cosmo Canyon.
Oh,
Like, games don't do that anymore, and that
Oh.
gets me sometimes. It's like, I don't get the feels like that anymore from most games.
yeah, most games don't do that at all.
There are some exceptions. I have had some serious feels from some games, but most of them these days aren't. Those
only-
were, like, iconic.
Yeah.
What
The
about
only
The
one-
Last of Us when Joel's daughter died?
I've heard good things about The Last of Us. I have heard good things about it. I haven't played it, but I've heard good things.
I haven't played it either.
A shock. That was more like of a shock. Like I felt because that was a child.
messed up. It was
But when I
messed
saw it, I was like, "What do you mean?"
I almost cried. Okay, that was intense.
I'm not
I was
gonna
just
lie.
like, it's just like he's sitting there and it's like, no, she's gonna be all right. She's gonna be all right.
And when I
15
thought
years
Joel-
later, oh,
When I thought Joel was dead, tears came out of my eyes.
Man, I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna lie. I'm taking to the other spectrum. The only other game that actually made me have feels like in this generation was one of the endings. Well, actually, two of the endings for Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't know if y'all have ever beaten it.
I
but-
haven't.
Yeah, but
I've been
Yeah.
waiting for PC.
I would not let either of those people get hurt. That just wasn't.
Yes.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I was like, nope.
like,
Franklin would
but
never
actually
do that.
went back- exactly, that's how I was. But when I went back and looked at the endings, like the way that Trevor went out, I cried, bro. Like I was like, that was horrible. Like that was the most horrible death I think I've ever seen in gaming in a while. That was a horrible death. Like I was like, I couldn't deal
I'm
with.
trying to think of some other ones that might have like done that, but I mean, Final Fantasy VII, Metal Gear Solid.
I'm looking at my games right now. I'm trying to think. Like, what
I'm
has made me-
thinking like, okay, BioShock didn't really give me the feels.
that was more of a like a
It was like
WTF.
Yeah, it was kind of like messing with my head thing, and that's cool, but it's different.
Are you talking about BioShock Infinite?
I'm talking about
Yes.
all of them.
Yeah,
The
pretty
first
much. all-
BioShock, the first
Actually-
BioShock, when you get to Andrew Ryan, like that, I'm like, what is going on?
Okay, the
And-
first BioShock had sad parts because do you remember the little voice recordings that you could pick up?
Oh, those were
Oh,
those were
yeah.
kind of sad, but they didn't I didn't connect with any of the characters quite as much. BioShock 2, it kind of was more personal, but
Yeah.
like I still didn't really care that much about Tannenbaum. Like it's like you're cool, I guess. You're kind of weird, but
okay.
I
if
mean-
you want a game that has an ending that'll kind of mess with your head, play episode 1 of Telltale's Game of Thrones. I did. That's one of the things I went through, and when it ended, I just kind of stared at the screen and I was like, okay, you know what? I made some decisions in this game that I wanted to make that I knew were probably not the smart ones to make in the Game of Thrones like world.
right.
So I just kind of looked at him like, okay, from now on, I'm just choosing war, and the North will remember that too. So
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
Telltale Games has been doing a really spot-on job, I feel, all throughout 2014.
oh yeah,
And they've got a lot of stuff still upcoming for 2015. In fact,
they've got
Tales from the Borderlands.
Yeah, they've got the rest of Tales from the Borderlands. I also am in the process of playing episode 1 Zero Sum right now. They've got the rest of Game of
Tales.
Thrones.
Tales of the Crypt.
I'm gonna wait
They've
for
still
like
got-
the
they've
whole
still got more through The
Borderlands
Walking Dead, I think,
collection
don't they?
to come out.
No, episode 2 is done. Or season 2, I'm sorry. Season 2 of The
Season
Walking Dead
2,
is
okay.
done.
I didn't know
I
if
mean,
they
they may
still had
do
more to
season
go.
3. I never know.
I mean,
True.
it's really popular, so they might. There was another thing Telltale was doing, wasn't it? They did The Wolf Among Us. They did The Wolf Among Us.
Didn't
Telltale Games,
they?
they had something else.
Because I know they did Tales from Borderlands. Trying to think.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like there is another game they did.
Oh, they're doing a Minecraft one.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, Minecraft
Yeah.
Story Mode. That's what it was.
Yes, they're doing the Minecraft story mode.
Which I have mixed feelings about it, but I mean, it could
I'm
be
right
fun.
there with you.
Like, I'm like, that seems like it could be really, really bad, but I mean, heck, it could be good, so who knows?
True.
That's on our list of upcoming 2015 games, actually.
All right. Well, let's get on to the main gist of the show with games that have been rumored or expected to release in 2015 that we think will most likely have a 2016 release date. But first, Jamie is going to give away the first part of the code for Assassin's Creed Unity on the Xbox One.
Woo. Okay. First part of the code. 6M7PY. And Terrence, don't be typing this in.
I don't want nothing to do with Assassin's Creed after that happened. Ubisoft to me. Hey.
All right, guys, listen out for the next parts of the code.
Yes. All right. So some of the games that we have listed here is Cyberpunk 2077, the new God of War, Homefront Revolution, Kingdom Hearts 3, Mirror's Edge 2, The Next Mass Effect, Rainbow Six Siege, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Star Wars Battlefront, and Uncharted 4: A Thief's End.
Okay, let's see. Where do we even start? Let's. I'm gonna pick that.
Let's start. Let's just go down the list. So let's start with Cyberpunk 2077.
That'd be Jamie.
Yeah. Well, this game, I've been looking forward to ever since they released the teaser last year.
I've heard just about nothing about it myself.
I think
the name's vaguely familiar, but let's see.
It's by CD Projekt Red, who does the Witcher series.
I'm just realizing what game that is. That ain't ever coming out.
This game.
I just had to think about it, like, we ain't gonna see that for a minute. I just had to think about the trailer.
I'm sorry, it was announced in 2012.
I was about to say.
It was probably announced then. They released a teaser for it last year, and at the end it said coming when it's ready. So of course they've got The Witcher 3 releasing this year. So that right there is a clear point. It's at least not coming out until 2016.
I can appreciate a developer saying it'll be ready when it's ready. That's good that they're doing that. But I think, like Jordan was saying earlier, stop teasing me 2 years in advance, because all you do is you build up an unreasonable amount of hype for it, and the game might be good by itself, but it's not as good as you expected. For example, Destiny. Jamie was saying you had a Destiny pre-ordered a long time before it came out, and all that did over the course of a year and a half is it just got everyone's hopes up. It's like, okay, cool, this is going to be great, this is going to be great, this is going to be great, and then what happens? They release the game, and it's good by itself. The game itself is still fun, but it doesn't feel like it was worth the wait.
No.
And that's what gets a lot of people. If they would have just said, if Bungie would have came out and said, hey, we're halfway through making Destiny, and it'll release in a year, in 6 months, or something like that, then yeah, that would be good. It's not like you have people announcing these things so far ahead of their planned release, and you build up hype, but you just disappoint people, in my opinion, anyway.
Okay, so
I mean, it was like Star Wars: The Old Republic. I first learned about it in 2006. They put images of quote-unquote character concept art. And then when did it come out? The end of December of 2013?
Which one are you talking about?
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Oh, yeah.
The MMO. I mean, that far back we were getting stuff. Like, that's unreasonable. There's no reason to do that.
Like, I'm fine with saying, hey, they're working on it. Like, if you go, that's like, we're working on Battlefront, it'd be like, okay, cool, and I'll move on. But if you go, yeah, look at how awesome it is, like 2 years before release, it's like, it's not awesome yet. It's nothing yet. It's not there.
Yeah.
So moving on, we've got the new God of War, which, Jamie, I think you're the one with all the information on that one.
Kratos is still in that water.
I don't really have any information on it. I just know they mentioned something about it last year, and nothing else. Like, nothing else has been said about it at all. So I don't think at all it's going to come out this year.
Yeah, I haven't heard any.
Space Jam 2 before we see that.
I haven't heard any buzz about it, so it's not. It doesn't seem like it's a game that's being really hyped up at the moment. And generally within a year of release, like, we should be hearing a little bit more about it. So chances are good that it's probably going to be smushed over to 2016.
Yeah.
The same thing happened last year, though. Like, a lot of games that were supposed to come out in 2013 came out last year.
Well, it's about the gaming industry's weird obsession with making promises that they can't do. It's like, for whatever reason, gaming as a whole, all the developers now are like, yeah, we can do all these amazing things, and nobody delivers anymore. It's like they just don't. It's like they promise things, they expect things to be awesome, and then it just doesn't happen. It's like, I don't know. To be
honest, I was really disappointed with 2014's game lineup.
Like the way I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it, but like 2014 for me in gaming was
not good.
Yeah, it was a very uneventful year for me. There were a couple of hits.
Not,
I mean,
because it wasn't meant to be the release of the PS4 and the Xbox One. Like they got too happy about it, and they released things that weren't ready for the public, and it ruined them.
Yeah, that was my point. Every game that we got, I feel like every single game we got shouldn't have been out yet. Like, it was not shouldn't have came out the day it did, because it wasn't ready. No game that I got this year am I satisfied with.
And I mean, and like really, the saddest part is,
except Nintendo.
Nintendo did rock it this year.
Nintendo did great. I don't know if I can know.
Nintendo can't go wrong.
Yeah,
but that's because
they can. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. They have. I'm sorry, but other M. Yes, they can go wrong.
They can sometimes go wrong, but for the majority, they
look at the regular Wii.
Well, I mean, over the last couple of years, they haven't been doing much, is the thing. But this year, 2014, they knocked that out of the freaking park.
Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros, Captain Toad,
Country,
all of the Pokemon games and everything, all those. Like it's like they were knocking it out of the freaking park this year after being relatively silent for the longest time.
Yep.
Ever since Brawl came out, they just basically shut up and didn't do anything for a while. Like, they had some releases here and there, but I mean, Hyrule Warriors is 2014 too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, they had a lot of really good hard hitters in 2014, and they all felt done. There's a couple exceptions I can pull out on consoles that I did feel like I got a full game out of. Sunset Overdrive, I feel like there's a lot of content in that, and I mean, it felt like a fully done game. Sunset Overdrive came out. Shadows? Whoa, hold on a second. The game itself is big. I can't forgive the story. Like, it's great. It's amazing up until the last 5 minutes.
See, I haven't gotten nearly anywhere.
No, then that's why you like it right now.
Okay.
I will say that game is one of my prime examples of, really, you didn't let me finish the game? It just stopped.
No!
And I don't know if Jordan, have you beat Shadow of Mordor?
No, not yet. I'm a couple missions away.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to spoil anything, but that's the same kind of spoiler like saying Mass Effect 3 had a shitty ending. It's not really a huge spoiler, but it's there, so I'm sorry. And if you disagree with me when you beat it, tell me why. Feel free.
Okay, you're not the only one that said that. What's funny, you're literally not the only person who has said that the gameplay and the game itself is great.
Sorry,
but the story is lacking.
The last scene, for anybody who's listening that has played Shadow of Mordor, the very last fight sequence is inexcusable. I'm sorry. This was supposed to be like an awesome game that's supposed to have challenge and whatnot in it. That last fight sequence is absolutely trash.
Oh, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone because it's not really an old game yet, and everyone still needs time to play it. But, Alien Isolation, I felt like I got the entire freaking game out of that. All God knows how many hours of gameplay.
I still got stuck on that part and never went back to it.
It's really hard. Like, Alien Isolation's a game where it's really hard. I'm playing through it on... I still haven't beat it. I'm playing through it on Nightmare. Because apparently I hate myself or something, and
that's self depreciation, right?
So I'm playing through it, and Alien Isolation is one thing where it's like, okay, like I spend a few hours, I get through this section, and it's like I'm done for a while. I'm walking away and coming back in like a month to do the next section because that was too much stress. All of my adrenaline is gone. I'm done.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, 2014 games have like felt like they don't have anything, and
it's
like
like
it just.
Grand Theft Auto 5 to me, even though it was like it is a year old game, it still felt refreshing on PS4 when I
Oh,
played through.
no! I'm sorry. First person mode by itself made that game
That
completely new.
Yes, because I played through when I played through with first person mode, like I actually felt like I was playing a completely different game. Like it was not.
Yeah, it does
the
not
same
feel like
game.
Grand Theft Auto. It feels like
Oh.
I'm playing a first person shooter, just also stealing cars and motorcycles and stuff. Like this is fun.
It felt like the controls as a first person shooter were tight, which I actually commend Rockstar for because I don't think that they've actually had a game that's been a first person shooter before.
They haven't had any experience with it. The best aiming I feel like they had was like Red Dead Redemption, sort of.
Yeah.
And
Red Dead Max Payne 3 was awesome. Max Payne 3 aiming system I love it. I love Max.
And then they went over into a first person shooter like this, and it's like this feels completely different. I've always had a problem with third-person shooters. As a rule of thumb, I don't like them. There are exceptions. I just don't like them. But Grand Theft Auto was always still fun, even though it was third-person. But that implementation to turning it into first-person just pushed it over the edge. And I'm definitely looking forward to picking it up on PC, and I may even pick up a copy for Xbox One because I think my roommates picked
it up. 30 people online. 30 players online.
Yeah,
that's like everything chaotic.
Yeah. So, actually, 20. That's another on my list of expected 2015 releases is the PC version.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got next?
So next we have one that I absolutely hated the first one, so I have no idea why there is a sequel to it. Because a lot of people were in the same boat. So. That's Homefront Revolution.
Good lord.
I had no feelings towards Homefront. I did not play it. I did not anticipate it, and I didn't care about it.
I think that's a good way to put it. I'm numb towards Homefront because it is literally there's no reason for it to exist.
Like it vaguely looked like, hey, that's a neat idea for all of about
it's basically
like 3 or 4 days. It's like oh, that's cool.
It's Red Dawn. The video game,
basically,
but worse.
Yeah,
it's like they just needed
the
to
remake.
make it
Red Dawn,
better. It felt.
Hey, I actually like the remake of Red Dawn.
Hey, the original one is classic though. When they came up out there,
the whole thing felt like something about the atmosphere and the production and everything felt so uninspired. They're like, hey, let's just find a new generic enemy to poke at. It's like it didn't mean anything.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the online multiplayer. Oh my god, I think it was only like 2 modes. They only had like 2 modes for online. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I know that ain't.
I will say, I suck at Call of Duty and Battlefield, but I was actually good at Homefront's multiplayer. It was
nobody who took gaming seriously actually bought it.
Although, unfortunately, we are bashing pretty hard on it, and Jamie actually liked it.
I didn't say I liked it. I said it wasn't
terrible.
Okay.
Yeah. She's okay.
Oh, maybe because I didn't pay for it.
I will say, free makes everything better.
Yeah, that is
okay. Here's the thing. I didn't pay for it only because the week it came out was like around the same time as my birthday, and I had went to Dave & Buster's and won so many freaking tickets that the only game left in there was Homefront, and I'm like, all right, give me that thing.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly correct. That thing. Give me that thing. It shouldn't be referred to as a game. It's just a thing.
Yeah. Dave & Buster's, by the way, is hilariously broken on some of their machines. Like, we found one of the machines that all you had to do was hold a thing at a certain angle, just keep dumping coins in it. It would keep giving you like 20 tickets at a time. We went up and bought a Kinect. We bought a Kinect, and we came in there with like $30 or $40. And we walked out with a Kinect. Named him Bob. He's still in a box somewhere.
You say you named the Kinect Bob?
Yeah, Kinect's Bob. No, that was a 360 Kinect. His name was Bob.
What about Bob?
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
Yeah, okay. So he's still in a box somewhere. He got used like 3 times for like Just Dance, and that's it.
Like Bob is an acronym. It's a barely overbroken.
Okay, so
All
next
right, what
on
do we
our
got?
list is one that I'm sure a lot of people love on the podcast, and I'm probably going to throw myself under the bus by saying I've never played one of the games in this series either, but that's Kingdom Hearts 3.
Come here.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, I will say I
It's
played the
not.
first one. I never played the second one, and I hate myself
Oh,
for it because I
oh.
haven't had a PlayStation in years.
They just released
So-
the HD version. You have no excuse.
I will get it. I just got my PS4
You gotta get it.
like 6 months ago. Anyway,
Well, that's
but
if they come out with a PS4 version of the other ones.
True.
but
why they-
anyway, Kingdom Hearts, the first one was a superbly well done game. It actually, in my opinion, it's one of PlayStation's better exclusives that's out there right now.
Yes.
It is really well done, even though a lot of the stuff seems really goofy. Like, I don't get how they do that. Like, I made my ship out of gummy blocks, for fuck's sake.
Yes.
And I'm hitting
Yes.
people with a key. Like, and I'm running around with Donald and Goofy for...
And don't forget when
just
King
like-
Mickey come out and lay down the law. It's
Right, it's
getting
like,
really
okay, I shouldn't be taking this seriously right now, but why am I taking this seriously right now?
Mhm. 'Cause
Like,
that
why do
story
I
is so-
feel...
Just,
Right.
just a quick interruption. If anyone's wondering why Jordan isn't chiming in, his microphone went out, so he's trying to fix that right now.
Copy.
In the meantime, Jamie, how about you give the next portion of the code?
Nah, her
Jamie?
mic's broke.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Continue with Kingdom Hearts 3.
But Kingdom Hearts was a really fun game. I liked
Yeah,
all
man.
all the references that they had everywhere. The first Kingdom Hearts, how they had. I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, and when you go through the first Kingdom Hearts and Cloud is there,
Yes.
dude, I was just so excited. Like, I'm like, that is really
Man.
cool.
All I got to
and
say
you
is
got
that
the-
fight with Sephiroth. Oh,
Oh
my God.
God.
Playing that on Proud. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it. That is just straight stress. That was probably one of the hardest boss battles on Earth. Good
Yeah,
Lord.
no. Kingdom Hearts was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And Kingdom Hearts 3 would be really cool to see. What did they even say for the release date for it, or have they really said anything?
I don't remember.
I think the only thing that they said literally was 2015. That is literally the
Probably.
only thing that I've heard. Yeah,
See,
but
that
my
is
main
that
reason
is
a
that
story.
is vague enough that they
People
can
are-
like.
People are wondering if they'll see like Marvel or Star Wars characters appear in Kingdom Hearts now.
Yeah, and I think that would be a reason for it to get pushed back, because if they're actually implementing something like that, like they could be like working on that, and that would be a good reason for it to get pushed back to me personally.
I mean, it'd be cool.
That
It'd be cool to see. It definitely would. They've branched out and they've gotten a lot of different characters from a lot of different series on there. So it'll be very interesting to see if they do. It's just I feel like Kingdom Hearts, they take their time. They
Yes.
do. That is not a game that's rushed out of production by any stretch of the imagination. And I would not be surprised to see it come out in 2016. Just because, I mean, like I said, they're just polishing and fine tuning. When was the last one released?
You had Dream Drop Distance on 3DS, so and that one pretty much serves as the bridge into Kingdom Hearts 3.
Right, I heard.
Yeah,
That was
but
when?
the story of Kingdom Hearts is so deep that you literally have to play like each one. Like you got to know which order the games are in, and then play them in that order. And it's not like sequential, like Kingdom Hearts 1,
Okay.
2. Yeah, it's crazy. It's all over.
I will
the
tell
place.
you, the only other franchise that does anything quite like that, in my opinion, freaking Legend of Zelda.
Yes.
Like, have you seen the timeline for
Man.
Legend of Zelda? It's insane.
I bought
That's,
Hyrule Historia day one. That is the most convoluted storyline. I was like, wait
Like,
a minute.
apparently it's all a thing, but, like, one of the latest ones in the series is, like, the Minish Cap, and that's was way back when, and that's apparently really late in the timeline, and all the newer ones are really early in the timeline.
Yeah, literally one of the last in one of the time, because there's 3 timelines, when it splits after Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah, Ocarina of Time just breaks everything. It's there's everything. 3 different ones you can have and they each explore it.
Yeah, and it makes sense for it to break there. But what's funny is one of the last games in one of those timelines is Legend of Zelda 2: Link's Adventure on NES. It's literally the last one in one of the timelines.
Yeah, so it's really? That was what? I don't know what they were thinking when they thought this timeline up, but
I just wait to see where the new one takes place, because
I mean, it's cool. I love the creativity that they did that.
Yeah.
It's just impossible for a regular person to go through and just follow that from playing the games.
Unless you're a hardcore fan like me or you, but it's they're gonna be like, "What am I? When does this take place? Why?
When is this? Who is this? What?
Who are the sages? Yeah. What are the 7 sages? Why? Why?"
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot of craziness.
It is. But Kingdom Hearts, I would the 2016 release would not be surprising at this point.
Exactly, I agree with that.
Now, one that probably out of this list is one of the ones that definitely is 2016 is Mirror's Edge 2.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say, if that game is released in 2015, there is no way that it is completed.
Now, Mirror's Edge 2 was just fairly recently announced to be in development. They just got a new story head recently, I believe, because they they fired the old one.
Well, they showed off teaser footage last year at E3.
Initially, it was going to be a reboot. Initially, it was going to feature a new character. Yeah, initially it was going to feature a new character and a reboot, but then they went back, put Faith back in there, and I guess it's going to actually be a sequel now.
Well, no, okay. Yeah, I know they fired the old story lead, and then they brought a new one in. I didn't know if that was for I didn't know if they redid the story for Mirror's Edge 2. That would explain it taking so long.
Mm-hmm, yeah, that's probably why all of that. And that could have something to do with why Battlefront got pushed back also, because it is the same development company, so that could have trickled into that and caused some factors on why that.
Troubles in general kind of escalate throughout a studio or throughout a developer like that, so that'll happen. The smallest thing could mess something up. So, but as long as we get quality games, I don't care when they come out. Dude, when Mirror's Edge 2 comes out, I'm expecting a really well done game, because Mirror's Edge 1, while the story was kind of, in my opinion, kind of mediocre,
it's set up
the actual gameplay
world
itself and the world was gorgeous. When I first saw Mirror's Edge, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I had been used to Halo, Call of Duty, and Dead Rising, gritty, grimy games like that. And then you come out with Mirror's Edge, and it's this is beautiful. This looks really, really awesome. It's super minimalistic. And believe it or not, that's what also... Huh? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's what drew me into... another colossal flop. I don't remember who made it even, and that's probably a good thing. Brink. Anyone remember how hyped up Brink was?
Oh my god!
Brink was supposed to be this awesome game, and the concept art was great. Everything looked good.
And then the
game was just unforgivably terrible. The only bonus points they get, the movement system was kind of fluid. It was cool. But that's it. That's all they got. There's nothing else. Nothing was good about it. The storyline, if you can call it that, was crap. You played 5 missions or something, and they're all just objective missions, like you're playing a multiplayer match, and that's it.
Not to mention, you could spend 30 minutes customizing your character, and then you don't even get to see your character the entire game.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Completely freaking useless game.
Man, you just gave me syphilis talking about that game, man.
I'm sorry. Lord. It looked so good. It looked so good before it came out. All right, guys.
Next part to the code. T7KDJ.
4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
That had nothing to do with it, by the way.
No.
In case you try to type that in.
15, 37.
Only listen to Jamie. Alex lies.
We have, well, anybody, please let me know if you got that reference, because, that's a reference to something. But
Alex,
anyway.
we don't get your weird references. Just let it go.
I still like you the same, though, bro.
Never mind. Now, moving on to the next Mass Effect. If that gets released in 2015.
That's not getting released in 2015. There's no
that's
question about it.
most
Are you kidding me? That's not fucking happening in 2015.
If it did, it would suck.
Which one?
If the next Mass Effect released in 2015, then BioWare's on crack.
Cocaine.
This one is being developed by a different BioWare studio than the main ones, because I think the main studio is working on the new game that they announced, and I don't
the new unannounced game thing that they're like, yeah, we're working on a new thing. Trust us, we're BioWare.
Well, they've released a couple trailers for it. They've
Still haven't told us what it is, though.
I think they gave it a name. I don't remember what it was. I think maybe I don't know.
thought that was still unnamed right now.
I don't remember.
But
anyway,
no, all BioWare's really said is, "Hey, we're making a thing. Trust us, guys. It'll be fine."
So next Mass Effect definitely in hopefully 2016, and hopefully it won't go down like Mass Effect 3.
The problem with the next Mass Effect is that we have no idea what they're doing with it. They haven't said, "Oh, hey, the next Mass Effect is going to be an MMO." They haven't said, "Hey, the next Mass Effect is going to." We have no freaking clue. We don't know who it's going to explore, what it's going to do. I do know.
I want to know is what happened to the mass relays.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to pick apart Mass Effect 3's ending because screw that noise.
Kind of you and I already did that on a few episodes back.
Everybody's dead. That's how it works. I don't care what ending you pick. Everyone's fucking dead.
I think that's going to be the hardest part, is if they're going to be like, okay, well, here's how we port everyone's Mass Effect 3 save data into the next one. Or, hey, everyone, all your choices in the first 3 games, relevant. Even though they didn't count in the third one, well, they don't count even more in this one.
Well, no, because the first 3 Mass Effects, the point was to focus on Shepard's arc. And after Mass Effect 3, even though it feels like freaking EA stepped on their throat with a boot and kind of ground it in, they have said,
"Oh my god!"
They have said that Shepard's story is done. They said that's it. But then the next Mass Effect game, BioWare anyway, has said, we're not doing Shepard.
No, yeah, completely. I mean, I kind of figured Shepard was going to, and spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played it yet, but it's been, it's been a while. It's been a few years, so I expected him to die, but if he's going to die, send him out in a better way than the...
Running into various colors of light?
Yes. Send him out with more endings than just one, with different colored Christmas themes. Did the person who wrote the ending ooh, it's Christmas time, I'm gonna add red, blue, and green, let's do it?
He was just sitting next to a whole pack, to that 52 pack of Crayolas. He was like, you know what, I'm inspired right now.
Gonna pick 3 random colors. Which one comes out?
He got the box with the sharpener on the side.
Oh, dude, those things were awesome. The sharpeners were baller.
He handed it to his kid and just son or daughter, draw me the ending to Mass Effect 3.
Pick 3.
Mass Effect 3, as disappointing as it was, BioWare has said that they're not doing Shepard anymore. And I couldn't be more excited. I'm going to miss the characters, but that's how it's supposed to be.
I'd still like to see some of the characters appear, maybe as different leaders and stuff.
Yeah. References cool. And cameos and things like that, great.
Yeah.
Kind of like how some of the characters from the old Mass Effect and Mass Effect, when you played Mass Effect 3, a lot of the Mass Effect 2 characters only appeared as cameos.
Yep. Like Kasumi.
Yeah, that's cool. That's kind of how I want it to be with the next Mass Effect. I want it to be
Miranda, Jacob was there.
And maybe that's how they'll deal with your Mass Effect save data. For example, like who survived, who isn't there. That way you're not running into people that are supposed to be dead. Like I would be excited if I could go just even like see Garrus or see Tali or figure out what they're doing, or things like that. Like that would be exciting. BioWare has given some hints that they said a Mass Effect MMO would make sense. They have said that in response to criticisms to suggestions that the next Mass Effect game should be an MMO. I like the idea, but I cannot condone a Mass Effect MMO. It is a phenomenal idea. It's fanciful. It sounds great. It will be executed terribly. It will flop. And I'm sorry. The Elder Scrolls Online proved that you can't really do that. You have an amazing world, and you throw it into an MMO, and it collapses and dies.
Hey, we're releasing a Mass Effect MMO. Jeremy's already dug a grave.
Well, I'm just saying, it's not going to be good.
Jeremy's already dug a grave, sealed it back up, and put a headstone.
Like, I will look at it, go, ha, 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 and then just not ever down. Like the Elder Scrolls Online. It's like, oh, that's a neat Nope. Moving on.
I'm crying.
I have a feeling that if a Mass Effect MMO does come out, he's going to dig up the grave, salt, and burn it.
Yeah, no, I'm probably going
now
to.
I'm about to watch Supernatural.
Hey, I've got one more. I've got one more episode of season 2, and then I'm done with that.
Man, my girl bought me.
Here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. I've seen season 1 and 2, but I'm current. Like I've seen the last 3 seasons or something.
You tripping?
Anyway, next we have a very interesting game, which Jamie and I have talked about this on a few occasions. That just like Battlefield Hardline, where it's like, I'm sorry, cops and robbers aren't going to go through that much trouble. Neither is what is involved in Rainbow Six Siege. I'm sorry, there's just I saw a little bit of footage of it, and there was just there was a wall of a house littered with bullet holes. I'm like, I'm sorry, that's not going to happen.
No,
like,
well, Rainbow Six has always
that's not
been
going to happen.
Sometimes you just gotta bang.
Been kind of crazy.
Yeah,
and I don't know. As much as I appreciated the gameplay from games like Rainbow Six Vegas and whatnot, I have a hard time first looking forward to a Rainbow Six game anymore. In fact, Rainbow Six is Tom Clancy, right? I'm not crazy, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, but Tom Clancy games got stale about 5 years ago. When Splinter Cell was actually good. Does anyone remember when Splinter Cell was good?
I thought Blacklist was pretty good.
Blacklist was good, but it was not a Splinter Cell game. It wasn't a Splinter Cell.
Blacklist was like all sorts of what the hell is this? Like it was kind of neat. Like I got what they were trying to do, like integrating. But I'm sorry, Ubisoft screwed the pooch on multiplayer with Blacklist, especially on PC. It's just awful. Uplay is a piece of trash. Then again, Origin is trash too. But what do you call it? I didn't feel like Blacklist had the same feel as the earlier Splinter Cells. It didn't. And Rainbow Six has, to me, lost its appeal since Vegas? I think it was Vegas 2. Was that right?
Yeah, Vegas 2. Yeah, Vegas 2 was the yeah.
Like I stopped caring about it since then. So I have a hard time looking forward to them. But
yeah, well, I mean, like I have a hard time looking forward to Six Rainbows too. Because I mean, like that's like almost impossible when you really think about it. That's a lot of rainbows.
and then there's Terence picking apart the technical aspects.
Yeah, it was like 6 rainbows. He's going somewhere with this.
6 rainbows.
All right, are we ready for the next part of the code?
Go somewhere left it there.
Go for it.
Wait, am I on the third part of the code?
Yes.
Okay. P. P as in pumpkin pie. V as in velociraptor. F as in friends forever. 3 as in the number 3, like uno, dos, tres. And then Y as in yo-yos.
He was
Yo-yos?
going somewhere else.
Yo-yos. All right?
Like,
Yo-yos are awesome. They're still cool.
Is that how much
Yo.
more? What do we got left for our?
I think there's two sections
There's two more
left for
parts.
that. Oh yeah,
All
well
right.
there's two more for that. We've still got some stuff on the list. Rise of the Tomb Raider. It was shown off at Microsoft press conference at E3 of last year. I don't think that they ever said that it was coming out in 2015, but I think I think it was a sure thought that it's coming out in 2016.
Yeah. I think the main thing about that game, where everybody was mad, is that it was a Tomb Raider game being exclusive to Xbox.
That was
And
weird.
That was the most darkest time for so many people. Everybody was going crazy.
That actually
Started on PlayStation. It has to end on PlayStation.
Convinced my cousin to buy an Xbox One.
Yeah, and then now look what's happening. Rise of Tomb Raider is coming to PS4. Street Fighter 4 is exclusive Street Fighter 5 is exclusive to PS4, and so many other fighters are going to be exclusive to PS4. This is PS4 winning right now. It's going down.
Consoles in general are kind of crazy right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy. I'm finally getting a gaming PC. I'm about to be in
Yes.
tranquility on the side. Marinating
you're
with
going
my
to-
PC, my Wii U.
You're going to finally become
Until you
part
spill
of
a strawberry daiquiri on the PC and then it's dead.
That'll be
Man,
fine.
let me tell you, I'm gonna spill two of them at the same time, and then they'll cancel each other out.
So, unfortunately, Jordan has now gotten his microphone issue worked out. But next on our list is Star Wars Battlefront. And that is absolutely no way coming out in 2015.
As Jordan was saying, now he feels like they just fairly recently gave out some information about it and said they weren't even, if I recall, particularly close to doing some very key aspects of it. So
Yeah, because I think Indoor they were filming it last year and also like working on it because I think last year they showed a little bit of them like going out and filming a forest, and then they showed I think someone getting on a speeder and just kind of driving off.
So what they said, or Jordan says that if it does release in 2015, it's not going to be a very good game.
You're gonna have Battlefield 4 release, like all the issues that Battlefield 4 had. That's gonna be
Imagine Battlefield
Okay,
4.
let's not talk
Yeah,
about
we'll talk.
Battlefield 4's release. I forgot about that.
That was a dark time. That was
Battlefield
so
4
dark.
was like
That game didn't work till like a couple months after it came out.
It was the epitome of EA. What the hell are you doing?
I think that's
like-
why another reason they pushed Hardline, just to make sure that when it does come out, it's actually going to work,
Okay,
and they're
to
not
be
going to
fair-
piss off people
Actually,
again.
I'm pretty sure that's the exact reason because it was right after Battlefield 4 was having issues. They came out and they're like, yeah, Hardline's pushed back.
No, that was it. They're like, hey, Hardline. I appreciate what they're doing with Hardline. It looks like a solid game. It does look like it could be fun.
The alpha was fun, just with the whole cops and robbers kind of thing.
But
Right.
cops are not going to
You don't know
Alex,
bring down
it's a video game.
I know, but
It
still
does
they're
not
not
have to
going
be
to bring down a
realistic.
skyscraper.
They're not
Weird.
going to stop until they lay down the law, Alex. They're
Yes,
not gonna
there is a
stop.
rally point at like 100-story building, and yes, they do take it down in the middle of a populated city. Yes,
Let's
that's not going
destroy
to
the
happen.
building.
Yeah, that's not going to happen in real life. But
No,
that's
you
what
don't
makes the
understand
game
how
fun.
dangerous these people
No,
are.
dude,
We have to
you
level
You must
the
have never
building.
seen the
Here's the
movie
thing.
Heat. You
Here's
must
the
have never
thing.
seen the movie Heat.
Dude,
With Battlefield
I remember that
Hardline,
movie.
there should be something to where, like your EXP counter or whatever, they should have something where the cops have to have the least amount of casualties possible. So if they bring down that building, they're going to lose. They should get like one XP per round if they do that. So anyway, moving on. Uncharted 4: Thief's End. That's definitely 2016.
Good God.
Which, to be perfectly honest,
Isn't
think
the
they
movie
should've-
2016 as well?
the movie's probably not even ever going to happen. in
Hopefully it
history.
will.
It probably won't.
Don't wish those things, Alex.
I'm not wishing it. I'd like to see it. Just
Take your
not
bad juju back.
I would not like to see Mark Wahlberg, who was originally attached to play Nathan Drake. I do not
I'm
want
so
to see
happy
him
he
playing
dropped
Nathan
out of
Drake.
that.
Yes,
Because
I
I
wanna
like
see
Mark
Nathan
Wahlberg,
Fillion
but
as
I don't
Nathan
want to
Drake.
see him do that. That's not
Nathan
his area.
Fillion as Nathan Drake.
Like,
But
he
it's
should
not.
not have played Max Payne. Like, that was God, why did I bring that up? Now I got cancer again.
Um,
Oh my God.
We're gonna
So-
keep joking about cancer, and you're actually gonna get cancer. So stop.
Uncharted 4.
Man.
I personally think that they should have ended with Uncharted 3. Should have just quit. But just Uncharted 3 and that's it. No 4. So, anyway, that's just me. Does anybody have any other games that they want to add onto that list?
I pretty
See,
much
me-
said all mine.
Yeah, because my only game I'm like my main anticipation for this year is Zelda, and that better come out this year, or I will.
I think
go
they said it
to-
is coming out this year.
Yeah. So, and if it doesn't come out this year, like I'm going to like invade every other realm that exists parallel to ours, and just destroy them.
Yeah, I mean Nintendo very rarely delays a game.
Yeah, they don't like to lie to me.
I don't even remember the last game that Nintendo delayed.
Because they haven't.
I'm pretty sure they haven't. So now we have
The next part of the code.
Yes.
Alright. Guys, what can C start with? Chocolate. C
Cookie.
for chocolate. 2, as in the number 2. H, as in hippopotamus.
I was gonna go with
J, as in giraffe. I'm just kidding, guys.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Back it up. Round
Okay.
2.
J, as in I don't know,
Jib.
just J.
Jukebox.
Q, as in quarantine. The end.
If nobody caught that last one, that was Q as in quarantine. I think
Yes.
we were laughing.
So let me
when she
repeat it
said
again. C, 2, H, J, Q.
That echo
Yes.
though.
I will repeat the full code again at the end of the podcast.
Oh, don't do that. That's cheating.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to make sure they got it. And whoever types it in first, good luck to you.
No, I don't.
And-
May you
And-
enjoy your many ventures with Assassin's Creed Unity.
Which are probably short-lived. So
They fixed most of them by just turning off settings. They just turned off stuff to make.
You know
it
what
run
really
better.
fixed it? Turning off the game.
true.
That really fixed it for me. So I'm going to keep doing that.
Definitely. All right.
Wait,
So here's
am I
my
looking
list
at?
for games that I am anticipating for 2015. This is in alphabetical order. So we've got Batman Arkham Knight, Evolve, Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, the rest of Game of Thrones, the Telltale game series, Halo 5 Guardians, Life is Strange, No Man's Sky, the rest of Tales from the Borderlands, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and Wolf, the Red Hood Diaries, like we talked about back in episode 7, if that comes out in 2015. But I think the top 3 would be Halo 5, No Man's Sky, and The Witcher 3. At least for me.
No Man's Sky. Here's my problem with No Man's Sky. Does anybody on this entire earth, except for the guys that are making the game, know what the game is about?
I think that's
know
the
what
point.
the
It's about
storyline
exploration.
is.
Yeah, it's
But what
not
are you-
about anything. It's just about, like, think of it like a crazy, super giant, realistic Minecraft. It's
Yes,
just about
I totally
exploring and surviving.
haven't seen 1,000 of these by now.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the
the
problem.
game is
At least
beautiful
for me.
It
Yeah, I'm
looks
sure it
beautiful.
is.
But my whole thing like this is like, what is the actual gameplay? Like, what is the premise of it? Like, are you searching for something? Are
No,
looking
you're
for
just
something?
exploring. Like, it's one of those. It's probably gonna be one of those
Just
time
creation.
waster games.
And it looks a little bit. I was hyped
Minecraft
at
with
first,
spaceships.
but
Okay,
there's-
Minecraft with spaceships is space engineers, and that's different.
I was about to correct myself. Minecraft.
But you can't compare it to Minecraft. You're not.
It's-
There's creation.
It's Minecraft with aliens. Minecraft with on an alien planet.
Okay, let's stop comparing it to Minecraft. It's clearly not working.
It's basically Minecraft.
Because it's like Minecraft is creation. There is no.
Well,
all
okay.
you do
Does
is
anyone
look-
remember freaking Starforge or no?
That
Does no
sounds
one
so
remember
familiar.
No.
Starforge was the same idea. Starforge was, hey, you start off in this world, you gather supplies and whatnot, and you can build things and craft and whatnot. It was similar to Minecraft, and it's similar to No Man's Sky in that aspect. It just stopped. It's not a thing, really, anymore, because it looked really ambitious, and it looked like it could be good, but I think the market is fairly oversaturated with open world builders.
Yes.
And I mean, I love open world builders. I love Minecraft. I love Space Engineers, but there's too many of them now.
There
And
are
they're
a
all
lot
trying to
of them.
vie for the same space. Like, the thing is, they have to say, okay, we're the next Minecraft, or we're the next this. Like, they have to compete with it, regardless if they're a slightly different category or not.
Yeah.
But
And like I'm
anyway,
thinking, is there any combat in No Man's Sky? Like, or is it
I
just
imagine
straight
there's going
X?
to be it's going to be PvE. I imagine there's going to be if I remember correctly, they were planning on having alien life forms or whatnot on the planets.
Oh,
I think,
because it
and
looks so empty. Like it just
potentially,
looks
potentially PvP as well. I forget if they're supporting multiplayer or not. I don't remember. But I mean, it's something.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else to add to that list?
Oh no, I think the rant on that's over.
yeah. That's I say my piece. I've been waiting to get that out for a minute. I just need.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
So,
Yeah, but
I think the first one out of that list would be Evolve, which is coming out in February. At least release date was. Well, actually, I think episode 2 of Game of Thrones is supposed to release sometime this month.
After what I've seen on the beta of Evolve, that game looks trash to me personally. But
Evolve is a weird kind of game. Evolve
because Battlefield. No, you go ahead.
Okay, Evolve is a weird game. Evolve is a game where you jump in and you're only going to be there for half an hour to 45 minutes. You don't it's not a game that you jump in and expect anything else out of it. It feels like they throw you into an arena, and that's what they do. It's here. You're stuck with this monster thing somewhere for the next 45 minutes. Have fun.
Yeah.
And it's not trying to be, oh, hey, let's give you all this stuff, that you can, do with it. It's like, we know exactly what we're doing. We know exactly, what the gameplay is going to be like. We know it's going to be you versus the monster, and we're going to make that experience very, very tight. I feel like it was built for competitive play. It was built so that you and a group of friends can go in there and be the hunters, or you can go by yourself and be the monster on there and still be able to play. And it was built very solidly. I'm looking forward to Evolve myself. I don't know if I really have enough people to really play it with, but we'll figure it out.
I'm getting it.
What console are you
getting? Another Xbox One.
Shut that down real quick. I'm getting it. I don't care what you say.
Okay, there's one.
Yeah.
Hey, that makes 2. Now we just need 2 others.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I mean, I like the idea.
Yeah, I guess because I looked at the beta for it, and the beta was trash. But looking on the history of betas, I think it was Battlefield 3's beta. It was an atrocity. But the game turned out to be really good.
You have a point, because I'm playing the Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer beta right now. Well, not right now, but I have been. And it's really good. I love it.
Okay.
Only thing is, there are definitely a few things that they have to fix and everything, and so I'll be sitting there playing with friends and everything, and we'll just be talking like, oh, well, this is really bad, and then you have to remember, well, it's just a beta. Betas are designed to find these things that people have problems with.
Yes, and I'm going to say that's one of the reasons why I liked Halo 3 and Halo Reach's multiplayer. They had betas that they ironed things out with. Halo Reach's beta, does anybody remember grenades in the Halo Reach beta? They were nukes. They were awful. They
Oh,
would kill
yes,
everybody.
That's kind of back because Halo 4 grenades, Logan, and
Bang, bang.
Logan and I have pretty much determined that they have magnetism. So
Well, anyway, but
you'll just kind of be
Halo-
like standing there, and I'll just hear you, ding, boom, you're dead. It's like, oh well.
Halo. Well, okay, yeah, they made them really tight in 4. Like they have like no fuse at all. Halo Reach, though, the beta had a lot of problems. The vehicles really didn't feel very good. The grenades just were way too much, and they toned it down. Halo 3 had a good beta on it that weeded out a lot of issues, but Halo 4 had no beta. Halo 4 had nothing to go off of, so when they released...
that's why Halo 4 had some really bad issues.
And when Halo 4 came out, not only did it come out way too early, I'm sorry, that should not have been a 360 release. That should have been an Xbox One release. I should have just waited the extra, like, however many months it was. But 2, it's just... If they would have had a beta, they would have had people tell them how bad their map design is. Would have had someone tell them, like, how useless vehicles are in Halo 4. They are 100% useless. The Scorpion, you get it on like one map that is incredibly tiny, and it just explodes. That's all the Scorpion is good for, is exploding. And the Wraith is sub-useless. It is less than useless. I would let the enemy get into the Wraith so I can kill them once they're in the Wraith. I'm like, no. Go on ahead.
No.
You take it. Ram your face into a wall and then just explode, please. And this will be funny.
Speaking of the map design, in the first week of the beta and the early access, there were 2 maps called Truth and Empire. Now in the second week, they replaced those with 2 different variants. They have Regret.
I heard they were doing that, the tiering things.
Yes,
where they're,
it's actually cool because Regret.
That's cool. I've never seen a beta do that, but that's awesome.
Truth was on a Covenant ship. Regret is basically Truth, but it's crashed. Like the ship crashed or something, so it's all overgrown and decayed and stuff, and it's really cool.
Get it? Do you get it? Do you get it?
Oh god.
Truth and regret.
Yeah, Truth and Regret.
Do
the prophets. Yeah, prophets.
See what they did there?
Oh. Yeah, now I get it.
Wait, you didn't get it before, or what?
I was taking like prophets, but then once you said it, Truth and Regret, then I got it. So
yeah. I mean, that's neat, I guess.
The other one was Empire, and it was set on a human world. I don't remember what the new version of it is, but that one is terrible because they made it a nighttime map, which, hey, it's cool and all. Problem is you can't see blue team at all.
Oh my god, I hate it when they do stuff like that where one team gets a weird advantage because of their color.
So my sister
That's
Logan,
racist.
I'm sorry,
sister
Avalanche
Logan and
with blue team, that happened too.
My sister Logan and I, we were playing, and we, 2 randoms and everything. Of course, we got red team, so we couldn't see anybody. It'd just be like, I think one time I literally was walking, looked over, I was like, okay, looked back, all of a sudden got headshotted. I was like, oh, hey, there's that guy that wasn't there, but clearly was. So.
Okay, speaking of not being able to see shit, does anyone remember playing in Halo and Halo 2 Anniversary with the anniversary settings on, like the updated graphics on, and not being able to tell when you freaking hit someone's shields?
Yes.
Like, I can't tell. It doesn't flare. I have to turn it off sometimes to make sure I'm hitting people.
There were actually a few instances in Halo 2 or Halo 2 Anniversary where I had to switch back to the old graphics.
I had to do it. I had to do it all the time. The very first part, when you're defending that first outpost on the ring, waiting for the Pelican, I can't see these elite shields. I can't when I'm shooting them. I don't know if their shields are gone. They don't pop. They don't flare with the new graphics. It's like, what? Why did you do that? Like that was not a problem I had. Like I didn't go, shucks, the old style shields look so bad. Please update them and make them invisible. Like, that wasn't a problem that I needed updated. I mean, it's still a beautiful game. I love it. I just can't, like, shoot NPCs in it at all. Moving on.
Yeah. Let's
map design. Tell me, you've played the beta. I haven't had a chance to. For Halo 5 Guardians, is their map design still tunnels and doors, like hallways and doors? Is that what their map design is still, or did they change it?
Not exactly. Truth and Regret, they're remakes of, I want to say it was Midship from Halo 2.
Midship was a pretty solid map. Midship got remade into Zealot. And
so it has the sword in the middle and everything.
Midship was a solid map.
Yeah, it is very true to the original. A few more nooks and crannies.
Old shit.
Empire had, I guess the easiest way to explain it is you have a square. You have kind of like an open area with some drops and some things in the middle. You've got the two bases, I think. You both start on like either side of the map. You can go off to some tower, and you can go off into like an open area, which is kind of for the most part blocked by some like pipes and walls and stuff from the middle section. Mm-hmm. So you have clear lines of sight for them. Well, not really clear because a lot of it is the sniper rifle. The sniper rifle is the power weapon on there, which if you get it, you could be absolutely devastating. Problem is, you might not have the best lines of sight. Logan and I both agreed that on Empire and whatever the horrendous blue team advantage map is that should not exist, the sniper rifle. Well, actually, forget that. Empire was the only one that had a sniper rifle because they changed it for that one. But on Empire, the sniper should not be the power weapon. It definitely should be a shotgun.
Now, see, the way you describe, if you had to pick a map to describe it as, like a previous Halo map, what would you describe it closely to? Because for some reason, the way you're describing it sounds kind of like the Pit.
No,
but I'm probably way off.
Bigger. Yeah.
I'm probably way off on that description.
Oh, that is a very good question. Especially since I can't remember the Halo maps right now, of course.
I'm the main thing I'm looking towards in Halo 5 is a step away from the Call of Duty style maps that they had in Halo 4,
where they're taking it back to arena style.
Yeah, and they've said that. They said that, and that's great. I'm just looking to make sure that they break away from, like I said, the hallways and doors. That's what half the maps were in Halo 4. They were difficult to navigate.
You know what?
Shit lines of sight and what?
I just thought of this. This is kind of. This is probably a bad example, but at least the closest one that I can think of would be from Halo 2. I don't remember the name of the map, but it was one of the DLC ones, where it was set on Earth, and it's the one that had like the scarab head in it.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I thought it had something to do with streets or something. I don't remember the name of it, but closely, I would say it would probably be around there, but for some reason I keep thinking of Powerhouse from Reach, which is completely off, but still.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, whoa, you just threw that like description of that map on my head. Although Powerhouse and Reach, I felt like it was a really good map. Powerhouse was really good. What was Sword Base? Dude, Sword Base was awesome. I loved Sword Base. Halo Reach had really solid maps. Like, I loved the maps in Reach for the most part. Hell, even Spire was a good single-sided objective map. Like, it felt fine as a single. Like, if you played one flag or if you played like one bomb or whatever, it still felt fine.
Wait a minute, I got the perfect example. It was from Halo 4. I think it was like called Skyline.
Which one was Skyline?
It was one of the DLC maps, but it was nighttime. You are up on top of a skyscraper.
I don't remember this one.
No, okay.
I probably haven't played that DLC.
Actually, I think it might be exactly like that for the most part, because that's the example that Logan brought up when we were talking about it. That's a better example than the two that I just gave. So,
right. So I'm looking forward, because what I want to see really, Halo 3 I felt like hit a lot of good points when it came to map design, and Reach did too. But what I'm looking for really, I'm looking for another Guardian. I'm looking for another Pit. I'm looking for another Narrows. I'm looking for
Those were fun.
like maps that are competitively solid and still fun to play on. Like they did those flawlessly. Like I said, Guardian, the Pit, and Narrows are three of my favorite maps in Halo for competitive play. And there are even a lot of other Rat's Nest, Standoff. Those guys, I want more like okay, Rat's Nest may not be a good example. But like it was an interesting concept. You have a ring around the whole thing. That was cool. Standoff had the two bases, and it was just really
I
solid.
loved Rocket Race on Rat's Nest.
Rocket Race on Rat's Nest was so much fun. I just liked Rat's Nest in general. Like it felt really good because you could either tear face up in the Warthogs, or you could just run around the tunnels, with you and a buddy and whatnot, and just take everybody out. But yeah, what I'm looking for is another Narrows, Pit, or Guardian. I'm looking for a solid competitive map that I can honestly say has simple but effective geometry and isn't a clusterfuck. Like half the maps in Halo 4, the ones that were small, close maps, like you can, they were crowded. There was too much. There were like 5 different levels, and you could fall through 3 different holes over here, and like there's like 2 lifts that go to slightly different heights, and there's like it's nonsense. Like Narrows, it had 2 lifts, a top and a bottom. That's it.
That's all you needed.
It was a bridge that you could fly across the sides of. Guardian was a platform in the center with some shit on the sides. And the Pit was symmetrical. The Pit was perfectly symmetrical down the center, and like it was just geometrically a superb map. And the most complicated structure on the Pit was like the sniper tower. It was just like a ramp connected to a platform. It's like it wasn't like complicated. They didn't take it and overthink it. They're like, this is a fun space. Like it feels like they took it and like didn't texture anything and just like threw it into like 3D space and was like, this plays well. Now let's make it into a map. Like I feel like that's what they did. I feel like they did the exact opposite in Halo 4. It's like, well, let's make it look cool first and then try to figure out how to make it work. Like that's what I felt like they did with 4. I just hope that 5, with them saying that they were going back to arena style gaming, that they'll go back to Bungie's original approach on their maps and focus on what's good to play first. So
let's hope so.
Now we are at an hour 17, so
oh dear.
Don't mean to cut you off,
we haven't.
Yeah, we've got one section left. That's it. So this is probably the quickest section.
Let me go ahead and say the last part of the code.
Hold on, Terrence. I have to say, well played on Facebook. Well played,
man. That was a beautiful a beautiful video.
Yeah, very well played. Perfectly exemplified everything I've seen. Anyway, Jamie, go ahead with the last part of the code for Assassin's Creed Unity on the Xbox One.
All right. R as in ravioli. T as in Tyrannosaurus Rex. 6, the number 6. H as in humbug. No. H as in humbug. Z as in zombie. And that is it, guys.
Okay, that's it.
Clap it up. Clap it up.
Oh, we're not actually clapping? Okay.
I'm not clapping because I'm lazy.
Figures. All right. So, next up, we've just got our to-do list in gaming for 2015. So, ladies first. Terrence, you're up.
Come here. All right. Okay. So which one was this one? Because you was talking fast.
The to-do, like the gaming to-do list for 2015.
Oh, this is the to-do list?
Yeah.
So this was actually like kind of hard to me because honestly, like my only to-do list was really Grand Theft Auto 5. But if I have to think of something that I had to do this year when it comes to gaming, would have to be get my gaming PC, get set up with Steam, and just finally start live streaming my games on my new gaming PC. If that have to be a to do, anything that I have to do. So yeah,
Jamie, how about you?
It's gonna sound silly, but my number one thing to do is I'm trying my hardest to get every single trophy in Minecraft.
Nice.
Oh Lord.
And some of them are hard because you have to, like this one, you have to find a zombie villager and then make a golden apple and a potion of weakness and change that zombie villager back into a normal villager.
Seems legit.
They should give that information to Rick Grimes and see what happens. Jeremy, how about you?
Well, my friend got me FTL, and he's that was I hate him for that because it's eating up all my time. And so one of my to-do lists for 2015 is to unlock all the ships in FTL. If you've never played FTL, that is going to take all year to do. It is an absurd amount of stuff that you have to do to get to there. There's that. I want to get a proper Space Engineers server up and running. I've got some people right now who kind of jump on and off maybe, but I want to get a good, decent one running. Because, they added, they're still updating the game a lot on there. I want to drive a vehicle in DayZ. They haven't really done that yet. Oh, I also want to find a tent in DayZ, speaking of. Now, when I say that's a 2015 goal, that isn't just hey, no, that's a silly, stupid thing. No, I'm legitimately hoping I'm going to be able to do that by the end of 2015. I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. I'm hoping that we can. And that's about it.
Well, for mine, I've got 5 things. Only 2 of them are kind of directly related to a game. One of them is to kind of goes along the lines of Jamie trying to get every trophy in Minecraft, but I want to 100% complete the Master Chief Collection by the time Handle 5 comes out. So that's going to be tough, especially with the speedruns, because Logan and I were trying and then ended up really screwing up, so it didn't work out well. I want to finish all 3 Witcher games. And then I personally want to get out better content on the site. So writing better articles, writing better news updates, and stuff like that for myself.
Nice.
I was heavily involved in the Guardian Radio community way back when they started, and shortly after they started. Kind of fell off from there, but I definitely want to get back with them because I made a lot of great friends there, and they did a really good job of making everyone feel like they were part of the show, which is what I'm hoping that one day we'll be able to do with the community. So get back in there. Got a lot of great friends there and everything. And then I also want to become more active on the Waypoint forums, because I was before Halo 4 came out. Then I kind of dropped off, but I want to get back on those. So at least those are my goals for 2015. And that'll wrap things up. And unfortunately, a few people couldn't be here today. And Jordan, unfortunately, his microphone ended up he couldn't fix it, so he'll be back next week, hopefully. And speaking of next week's episode we will be talking about the PS4 and Xbox One hacking over Christmas. Okay. So that'll be on next week's episode, which will be episode 18. So we will see you then, and we shall leave you as we always do. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.